we are combining shows this evening, if you're just tuning in. A lot of movies to review, so this is going to be a, what'd you call this?
Toastaganza?
I like that. Toastaganza.
Roastaganza?
The roast and toastaganza.
There you go.
So we're going to be reviewing a couple of movies tonight, starting out with a good old-fashioned World War II movie, Allied. And the thing about this movie, it is World War II. And at this point, no other actor should know about World War II like your boy Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt right there. He was in Inglourious Basterds. Lieutenant Aldo Rain is his name in there. He was also, not too long ago, before Suicide Squad, before the great Suicide Squad, we had Fury, that tank movie.
Oh, that's right.
Where I don't remember his name in that. I know his name was War Daddy. That was his nickname.
His handle.
Was his handle right there. But that's a World War II movie about a tank, and Brad Pitt was leading a troop of guys to fight the Nazis. And the thing about it is that every World War II movie that Brad Pitt is in, it's a different Brad Pitt. It's a different World War II Brad Pitt.
Sure.
You had Inglourious Basterds, you had him stupid World War II Brad Pitt.
Nazis.
Yeah, Nazis. Bonjour and all that kind of shit. And then, of course, in Fury, not as dumb. He was very smart, but rugged, hard, scars, battle scars, spent the movie dirty, shit all over his face. Now he's got his chance to be the Brad Pitt that everybody knows and loves. He gets to be suave Brad Pitt and Allied. You know, he gets to be a old-fashioned leading man, because this truly is an old-fashioned World War II movie. And I'm going to let you, it works as a thriller and a mystery too. I'm going to let you look at the trailer for it, because we're going to have a whole lot of clips for this. And the trailer will show you much more than these clips will. And then we'll come back, fill you in on the rest of the story, and give you our opinions.
Hey, what happened to my kiss?
The way they cut that at the end, it looked like a horror movie. Where's my kiss?
Shit, I don't know. Fuck off me.
Why don't you ask Hitler?
What?
How'd you know about Hitler? But if you couldn't tell already, as I was saying, this does take place during World War II, and you have Brad Pitt as an intelligence officer, Max Vuitton, cool ass name too. And Max, he's on this mission with this French resistance fighter, Marion Cotillard, played by Marion Cotillard. And, you know, they do the thing where they go out on this mission where they're not supposed to survive. Actually, the ratio of them surviving is very low. But they go and do it, shoot the place up, come out alive. When they driving home, they're like, damn, that was fucking hot.
Do explosions not get you going?
Yeah, exactly. Let's have sex. You know, and when they get to London, I mean, they do the do. They do it in the most dramatic way possible. And when they get to London, the sex is so good, they're so into each other that they get married, have a kid, and Brad Pitt is happy. He's so happy that he's out the game, not living that spy life no more, took a desk job. I just want to go home at 5 and be with my wife and my new baby. Gets called in one day by a superior officer, and they say, hey, you love your wife? You love your family? Yeah, I do. Sorry. Because
We were hoping it wasn't working out.
First of all, we told you not to marry that bitch. And then second of all, she might be a spy. And we're not saying she is. We don't want you, but don't get your hopes up, because if she is, well, you know what you got to do. And if you don't do it, then, well, you know what's going to happen. That's your ass. So
yeah, it's one thing to say, like, look, if you don't do it, we will. But it's like, if you don't do it, we will, and you go to jail.
Or you die.
Yeah, or yeah.
You're hung jail, yeah.
It's like Big Worm. I'm going to kill you and you. All right.
Now, here's the thing about it. When I say old-fashioned Hollywood, I'm talking about old 1940s Hollywood. It's not hard to look at this and already get that this is reminiscent of 1942's Casablanca. Humphrey Bogart, Ingrid Bergman. Classic film. And, you know, I mean, the movie, part of it takes place in Casablanca. Easy thing to draw to right there. But there's a big mystery thriller part to this film, too. And when I was watching it, look, I want to pull no film nerd shit on you, but I'm a huge Hitchcock fan. And I know it's like it's almost cliche now for somebody to say, "Oh, this is so." And I hate this word, Hitchcockian. I hate that.
Right.
But the whole time I was watching, I could not stop thinking about Notorious with Cary Grant and Ingrid Bergman, and that came out in 1946. And that movie's more so, that movie's more so like this film here because of the whole thing about is she a spy? What side is she on? Wow, y'all got in way deep with this shit to get to this point right here. And when when you watch the leads in this movie, they are also leading people in this film. And I mean, with this movie, there's sexual tension there. That's one of the things I can say about the film because when you watch this, one of the best ways that I could really describe it is imagine taking an old-fashioned Hollywood movie. Like the ones I just told you about, but adding the special effects of today.
Sure.
Imagine taking that old time drama, but also now you're able to add in all the gory violence and all that hot, steamy sex. I mean, so and it's important. I mean, some people say, "Damn, this movie's so fucking sexy." It broke up Brad Pitt's marriage.
Yeah, I was watching. I was like, "Yep, I see why."
Right. Like this suddenly her denials. You go like, "Nah, girl."
You way too in this dude right.
She ruined his life in this movie and in real life.
No, I mean that time she just looking at him and like, "Damn, Pritchard, damn, Brad, you're so dreamy."
You call that method acting, man.
Yeah, it's But I will say it's there, and it works. I mean, I don't want to feed the rumors. I mean, that's what people are saying. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But goddamn, it's convincing.
I say before it was maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Now it's like, yeah,
proof.
I mean, y'all acting way too well with it. You did this to yourself.
Yeah.
But it's so much sexual tension in this, and you can feel it. It's at the point where even Brad Pitt is like, "I'm doing this shit. I'm still married." He's tired of it. There's points where she's just teasing him. He's like, I ain't got time for this shit.
What are you doing?
He's like, "Damn, you horny motherfucker. Can I eat?"
That scene was not in the script.
It looked like she's just waking up from a trance. What was I doing?
I don't know. She didn't even know the cameras were rolling right there. Just taking that shit off. He's like, "Damn, you horny motherfucker. Hey, take this spoon. Use that. Let me eat. We just finished fucking. Can I eat?"
I really want these eggs.
Take these eggs. Oh my god.
You mean these eggs? But it cannot be denied that is what's there. They are two leading, great-looking leading people, and the chemistry that they have together is, take these words as you want to, off the screen. But what you also have to remember, though, is that this is a Robert Zemeckis movie. Mm-hmm. And Robert Zemeckis is always about, look, you go big or you get the fuck out. Everything he does is big in this movie. You don't just have a sex scene in a Robert Zemeckis movie. No, you park your car in the middle of a raging sandstorm and you nail your chick there.
That's hot.
That's hot.
Yeah,
it is. No, it's hot. They in the middle of the desert doing this shit. Waiting for the sand to scrape the ass off, the skin off the asses off right there. It's like a bed? No, get the fuck out of here. We doing it in the middle of the desert.
in a sandstorm.
Spending $30 million on a fucking bed.
Yeah. It's fact, when it's done, it's just two skeletons.
On top of each other.
On top of each other, yeah.
Clack, 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 clack.
You don't just have a baby in a Robert Zemeckis movie. A hospital? Get the fuck out of here with that. No, you pop that bitch out in the middle of the street while there are bombs going down all around you. You don't, even when you go see your friend in the hospital, he ain't get, usually these war movies, you go see somebody, they missing a limb or, a foot or something. No, you go see your friend in a Robert Zemeckis movie, half his face is gone. He looking like Two-Face from Batman, When you do all this spectacle like this, and if anybody else was handling this, that might be something that they can balance out. But one of the things that Robert Zemeckis does, he gets wrapped up. He's not like, look, he ain't no Michael Bay. He ain't no Zack Snyder.
No, thank God.
No, he ain't that crazy. He can tell a story. But the problem is that there's so much spectacle going on here. I mean, and even with not just the effects. I mean, even with this feeling like it's trying to do, I'll give him some credit, do homage to an old-fashioned World War II movie from that period. he kind of takes away from the emotion. It feels like it's a movie. Yeah, if that makes sense to anybody. I mean, imagine kids today when they watch an old time film. Movies that back then made people cry, but we're just not used to that method of acting right now.
Sure.
That's what this feels like. It feels like the movie calls attention to itself to where I'm kind of taken out of the story. The drama is just not there for me. Look, I'm not going to say that it's totally missing, because there was a point here in the film where I didn't see the trailer. I didn't know any of this story. And when that point came up, they told him about his wife, I'm like, oh shit. Because at first I was like, oh, this is good, but this is kind of hokey right now. But when they brought up the turning point right there, which is in the middle of the movie, I mean, they're telling the trailer, I'm not spoiling anything, but it's like, wow, I'm really into this. And even then in that scene, quickly you can see, like, do you remember how they had those two British dudes in there?
Yeah.
Jared Hess, and I forgot the other guy's name, Samuel someone, but they got these two British dudes in this scene, and even they're doing some old time Hollywood acting.
They are.
You have the one British dude has the old stiff upper lip gentleman, and then you have the other dude just that bored British, where everything he says you just hear. It's but also notice, while I'm saying that the drama is not there completely for me, notice on the technical side how they really did go and watch some Hitchcock films, especially the ones I mentioned, or the one I mentioned, to bring in some of the suspense. He's like, yeah, kick another goddamn chair.
my grandmama gave me that chair.
Just built that shit today from IKEA. Not act a fool again.
He needs to confirm that he understands routine procedures.
He understands.
Yeah, goddamn it, shit. Yeah, he got tired of his accent. Yeah, motherfucker, he understands.
British even for me.
Well, it's perfect you get a guy with a rat face to be the one to tell him to do that.
Oh, I know.
Well, the thing is, I couldn't even really tell the difference, because Jared Hess usually acts like this, and then that guy, I remember him acting that same way, and I want to say it was the James Bond movie.
Yeah, so many things he's in.
Yeah, so that part really, I didn't really.
Yeah,
see them
Simon
overselling
McBurney
it.
is that guy's name, or he would say Simon McBurney. but they do so many good things in that scene right there. I mean, they're kind of stereotypes, but the acting is tense. It is good. I want you to notice right there that what I'm talking about when I say they brought up, this has been influenced by Hitchcock. I love where he was reaching for his gun.
Oh yeah.
To convey the tension visually. When I first saw that, I was like, damn, that's an excellent piece of business going on right there. But as far as the movie goes, it's almost, they do too well of a job trying to hearken the old films, the old and golden age of Hollywood. And it's not that this isn't entertaining. It's not that this isn't something that doesn't work for what it's trying to do. In fact, I would say that it works so well on other parts that maybe that's why it's pushing some of the drama out, which, come on, let's be truthful here. The drama and the story is what is the main point here. But as far as action goes, I mean, you got Robert Zemeckis who knows action, man. I mean, for as over the top as it may be, as crazy as it may be, you got points where Brad Pitt's character, Max Bataan, is actually leading these reconnaissance missions. There's a point where he blows up a tank like fucking Captain America.
Yeah.
I mean, these missions that he goes on, that part in the beginning where they're lighting up the place, when they're doing their mission, all this stuff is great. But it's great because it's fun in an Indiana Jones type of way. We're having a good time with the adventurous side of this film. The adventure that goes on in here is very enjoyable. But I just never really felt that deeply for the characters. And it's just somewhat of a tragedy, but I didn't feel it.
Of course, there's going to be action around, and there's going to be other characters that you either will like or won't like. But with these two, as long as they're doing a great job in the movie, the movie's going to be okay. And with that, I feel that they really did an amazing job just with showing their relationship growing, and then something that Zemeckis did in the beginning was a gang of foreshadowing in this.
Oh yeah.
So like that's something you got to keep your eye out for. You're like, all right, that's going to come up later, and even if it does come up later, you're like, oh wow, like they went about it a different way. The parts with the action, I loved those, especially the part where you said the Captain America part. I was
when he blew that tank up,
I was tense that whole time when they had to getting where they got and then trying to get back out, I was like, okay, then he ain't gonna make it.
I caught myself doing one of them black women woos, like, woo!
Get him, Brad! But yeah, man, with those two, just the way the relationship was built, and like you said, I feel like it was off camera because there's no way they weren't fucking in real life. Like there was a point when I was watching the movie, I was like, he's got to be in her because there's no way they're making this movie another way.
And that sandstorm was Angelina Jolie. Get off my man.
Hand comes up on the window.
What's going on here?
Tomb Raider. But yeah, with those two, the way they carried the film, and then even they did an amazing job. But I think Marion Cotillard. I don't want to butcher her name.
Marion Cotillard.
Marion Cotillard. I'm calling her Crazy Train Lady. She did an amazing job because she's literally acting while she's acting because she has to act like when they're first meeting each other, they have to act like a couple. And she's doing a great job with that. So I feel like she acted circles around him, and he did a great job as well. So for her to do that was great.
Martin Thomas.
I don't know, man. I pretty much agree with you guys.
But which one? We got two different opinions right here.
Well, I probably agree more with Corey.
Which Corey?
I'm sorry.
Which one is the real Corey?
I agree more with Goodwin. I think the things that you point out you don't like, I sort of see them, barely, maybe. I think everything was working really well, especially the way they captured. They pretty much, it's like somebody said, like they saw those two movies, Notorious and Casablanca, and said, like, what if there was a sequel to Casablanca that got into this? And somebody said, well, let's work that out. Plus, I was really surprised in as much as I still think of, when I see Robert Zemeckis' name, I just think of Polar Express and all those CG movies he was doing, and Forrest Gump and some of the more gimmicky stuff. And I forget about Castaway and Flight. So watching this, I didn't even know it was him. When I saw his name at the end, I was like, oh, wow, this is a much more mature movie than I associate with him. And I think so much of it he pulled off. If I had any problem with it, there was somewhere in there where it kind of slowed down a bit too much for me, where I was like, I think I was just kind of drifting off with my interest. But then when they introduced the whole thing of like, yeah, we think she's a Nazi, it's like, oh damn.
Do tell.
Mark that up. Okay, I'm invested now.
You don't say.
Tell me more. I'm not saying it's oh, there he is. We blew that tank up right there. I'm like, God damn.
Oh yeah.
Well, see, I wasn't so much worried about him because he showed himself to be a super spy from the beginning.
And that was another thing about Brad Pitt in the movie. Because in the beginning, I was thinking, wow, you know what? He's too much of a leading man. Like when I say leading man, like maybe romantic leading man, classic leading man. He's more of a serious Cary Grant.
Yeah.
And then I saw him blow that tank up, but before that, I saw him choke a motherfucker out somewhere.
Oh yeah, that was badass.
And I was just
shoot up a Nazi party.
Yeah, and he did it cool too. He got up and just said, "Excuse me for a moment," and followed that dude and was like, pardon me.
Came out smooth. Hey, I heard somebody. I'm gonna go check on that. I was like, high five, Brad.
Yeah.
High five, buddy.
I was like, I got nothing to say to him, man. He's cool with me. He was able to pull off being not only a romantic leading man, but somewhat of bringing a contemporary action star into that classic genre right there, that classic filmmaking.
Well, plus, as you bring up his resume of his World War II films, he is a completely different character in each one.
Even though it's supposed to be a tragedy, I didn't feel the tragedy, but I thought, man, this is a lot of fun. So since I don't think it worked on the level that they wanted to be.
Wow.
I mean, talk to them.
I did. I was talking to the screen the whole time I was editing this. I know what you're trying to do, but I don't hate. I give it a matinee. Like I'm very enthusiastic about that matinee. I enjoyed this a lot. I had fun.
Okay. Like y'all said, it's basically taking those old movies and throwing Jason Bourne in them as Brad Pitt. And like you said, I was really surprised Robert Zemeckis did this because the last thing I remember from him was Flight, and I was like, all right, it was a decent movie, but it wasn't, kind of blow you away. Hearing about them wanting to do Oscar talks with this for the whole movie, no, but I feel like Crazy Train Lady, I feel like she may get
Marion. I call her Crazy Train Lady.
I can't pronounce that name, man.
But why
I'm looking crazy up here.
Cotillard
from Inception.
Oh, okay. I thought you got it mixed up with that other train.
Cotillard.
Yeah, just do that. Cotillard.
MC Train. Cotillard. I feel like she's doing an amazing job. I feel like if she were to be nominated for Best Supporting Actress, I wouldn't be mad at that because I feel like she did a great job in here, and there were so many emotional moments she had to draw from and even confuse the audience. So like, there's moments where you're like, well, is she like, you're in the same shoes as Brad Pitt, so you're that much more invested in her character and their relationship. So that's how I felt with it. There are some things that are a little overhyped, like you showed those two actors, or the British accents do go a little bit too far. But like I said, I've seen them do that before.
Yeah.
So yeah, with this, man, I gotta go higher, man. I give it a full price. I came out of this enjoying it.
All right, Martin Thomas.
And I'm right there in the middle with a low full price.
A low full price.
I mean, it's one of those movies where sometimes you're thinking like, well, if I say that, does that mean everybody's going to enjoy it? It's not going to be everybody's kind of movie, but I think it's really well constructed in a way that I appreciate and like myself.
All right. And as I say, Martin gives a low full price. That really means a matinee, so we're going to go with that. No, I'm kidding. Martin, I'm messing with you.
Hey, you control what goes up.
He's going to edit you and say something. I give it a matinee.
Put some cartoon lips on it.
And clutch cargo lips.
Covers his mouth.
Matinee.
Give him some Nazi lips. I give it a matinee. Put some lipstick on it. Gamefly brings to your house, to you, over 8,000 new releases and classics that are available to rent, or you can buy them for almost every system out there, current and some old systems. Like I said, man, I've been trying to put my GameCube back to work for years. Gamefly's giving me an excuse to do that. And you could even try 30 days for free by typing in gameflyoffer.com/double toasted. And when you do that, you'll get 30 days for free of games and movies. Get all those things, all of them at once. Just stay in the house. Don't go nowhere because they're all going to get brought right to your mailbox. You can also bring the element of surprise every month to your home in the form of a Loot Crate mystery box. In that box, I can't tell you what it is, but I can guarantee you it is the best in geek and gaming gear. Some people say it's like having Comic-Con brought right to your home. You don't have to leave the house for nothing. You're getting all kind of stuff. And everybody likes a little surprise every month. Just a little bit. And here's another surprise for you. You know, if you go to our link, trylootcrate.com/double toasted, and you type in bridge 10, that's the word bridge and the number 10, you can get 10% off, a 10% discount on your first crate. How's that for a surprise right there? Loot Crate, bring the mystery and the surprise to your mailbox once a month with Loot Crate. Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and go over to our home, doubletoasted.com, for more videos and live streams. And remember, stay toasty.